takes on Walter Ray. Walter Ray's been enjoying it, been very relaxed in all of the preparations here in his practice and everything, and he seems to be wired into this pair of lanes.
Well, Michael, I hope somebody is, because the scores haven't been what, again, as I said before, what we expected. Maybe they'll get it going now. Two great players head to head.
Walter Ray making Butch, who struggled on lane 4, finish over there.
Well, as you know, the player that finishes higher in the standings gets his choice of starting lanes. And Walter Ray decided to start on the right, so he'll finish on the left. That ball rolled out, Mike. You see it?
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely rolled out. And by rolling out, folks, what I mean by that is the ball gets within 2 or 3 feet of the head pin, it stops hooking. Goes end over end into the roll, and that keeps it from going high in the head pin. Here's another look at the style of a Hall of Fame player. A good free arm swing. They call him dead eye, and the reason they do is because he very seldom misses what he's looking at. Look at the good balance. Foul line. Walter Ray wins. Long follow through and a great result. 2 in a row.
He sets it down so smooth too. It's just like it's going over glass.
All right, just very quickly before this match gets too far along and maybe we get that $25,000 300 game from one of these guys. Let me give you an idea what the format was. We had 143 bowlers start the week, and it took an average of 223 to get a check, which was 48th spot, 226 average to make the top 24. And after 18 games of qualifying, they cut to the top 24. We had those guys bowl another 24 games of match play, one game against each other with 30 bonus pins if you win the game. The top 5 players you see on television tonight. It's kind of a grind. It's a little bit of a grueling type thing over a 3-day period. And so you've got to be in pretty good condition and a pretty good athlete to survive.
And here we have a guy 37 and a guy 46 right now bowling in the semifinal match. Trying for 3 in a row, but Soper on lane 3.
Ooh, say he's got it figured out, wouldn't you?
Walter Ray must be thinking, everybody bowls good against me.
Well, that's what Parker Bone was thinking, but you know, sometimes you get that in your mind and that's all you're thinking about, and you don't pay attention to your own game and you get in trouble. Here it comes again. Sets up right in the pocket. What a match we got going this time.
Well, Walter figures the only defense is if he just keeps striking, huh?
Well, there is no defense in this game, as you well know. Otherwise, Steve Cook at 6'6" and 280 would have won every match. You remember big old Steve, don't you?
I remember, yes. Yeah.
What a great player he was.
Trying for 4. On lane 3. And has it. Boy, he's got that lane just really fast.
Butch has to figure he was pretty fortunate to get by that opening match there with Tommy DeLutz. And, you know, when he had all the trouble in the middle of the game and got a couple of splits, Tommy left a 10-pin a couple of times when he needed a strike to put Butch away. Never happened. And now he's got his hands full with Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Trying to even the match. Ooh, gets a little swisher there.
Boy, got it going now. This is going to be a great match. No matter what way you look at it, after those opening 2 matches.
It's amazing.
Do they split the money if they both shoot 300, Mike?
Or they each get 25?
That's a good question. Well, they're selling an awful lot of those track bowling balls. Maybe they'll give them each 25.
I think they will. We'll go down S. Phil right away. Trying for 5 in a row on lane 3. Perfect. Well, the crowd has kind of been a little subdued throughout the evening. Maybe this will get them really hyped up.
Well, Walter Ray Williams has been kind of a crowd favorite, and you talk about experience. He's been here many times in these arena finals. He knows what it's like, but when you consider the fact that here's a guy that's been he's in his 5th arena finals, if I remember right.
That's correct.
But in the first 4, he bowled 7 games and only won 2 of them and averaged over 240 while he was doing it. 240 plus for 7 games, only won 2 of them.
I'll tell you what, 240 may not win this game. Well, after 5 frames, Walter Ray leaves the soft 10 on the left lane. Normally, as those of you who watch us on a consistent basis, know that we usually take a commercial break right around now, but because we had the 300 games going, we're staying, and we're going to stay for Butch Soper to see how he does.
You know, last night, watching the Bowlers Bowl in the match play portion of the tournament, if you started with 5 in a row and got a spare, you figure you're going to lose a match. I mean, that's how the scores were.
That high, huh?
Oh, yeah. And
I was bouncing around in the air about that. I mean, as I was coming in.
Well, it was sure fun to watch. It's a real treat to watch the greatest bowlers in the world perform when they're throwing strike after strike after strike.
Butch Soper,
8 300 games this week.
Trying for 6. Well, he had that a couple of times in the previous match.
What a time to have it. Here's an opportunity to take the lead in the match for the first time. Walter Ray Williams made a good shot, left the 10 pin. Now Butch gets up there on the same lane that he'd done it before, right through the nose again. I wonder what's causing that. I wish I knew. Butch is the only one that can really tell us.
At 6-10, trying for 2 of them. Oh my goodness, it almost came. That 7th pin, if it had fallen, would have fallen right into it. Walter Ray would have said that would have been enough if somebody would have made 4, 6, 7, 10 against me.
All right, we'll take a look at the first shot Butch threw to get the big split here and see if we see anything different. And he's still playing just outside the first arrow. That maybe slowed up a little bit, Mike. Possibility, a little less ball speed.
Just a hair. Back in the 7th frame now, trailing by 17 pins, showing how important one shot is. Puts it right back in there. No trouble with lane 3, but he doesn't get the finish on lane 3. Well, we talked about that commercial break. We're going to have to take it right now. As we do, Butch Soper trails by 17 pins. Walter Ray will be up in the 7th after this. Oh, she's got with Earl Anthony here at the Tri-Cities Coliseum in Kennewick, Washington. It's the championship round finals of the Track Synergy Open. We're in the semifinal match, the 7th frame, with Walter Ray Williams Jr. leading by 17 pins in the opening match. Tommy DeLutz defeated Parker Bone 200 to 174. And then Butch Soper. Ooh, what a nice break here. Defeated Tommy DeLutz in our second match, setting up this match.
Let's take another look at this last one, Mike. Watch the ball. This is very important. The ball goes into a roll right there. Starts to hook, stops hooking, and that's the reason he tripped the 4 into the 9. If the ball had continued to hook, it would have been the big 4 or something similar,
just like
Butch Soper had. The key is ball speed. Walter Ray getting the right ball speed to get the ball break at the right point and then stop right there.
And it's senior golf this Saturday and Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. It's the Senior PGA Tour as ESPN brings you the American Express Invitational. Bob Murphy, former ESPN analyst and second on the money list, is going to be there along with Ray Floyd, Dave Stockton, Lee Trevino, and a host of others. When are you going to join that, Earl?
They need some caddies out there?
Yeah, they do.
All right, Butch needs to get it going here, get back into this match. Still a lot of frames to play. Very much alive.
Oh, in the 4th. It hooks early and then stops. But it's like if he moved the board left, it wouldn't make it back.
Well, Butch, again, really relies on his ability to throw the ball hard. And I think that's the key to his game. When he is maxed out in ball speed, that's when he bowls the best. If he eases up, he gets in trouble. So Butch doesn't like to move left and try to arc the ball because then he tends to lose that ability to throw it at max speed. When you move left and arc the ball, you have to start making speed adjustments. Butch doesn't like to do that. He wants to stay to the right and throw as hard as he can because he figures he's more consistent that way.
Well, trailing by 27 pins, must strike here in the 9th frame. Doesn't get that early hook on that left lane that he gets on lane 4.
No question, the ball goes farther down the lane before it picks up revolution. So big advantage for him to finish there. A good choice maybe by Walter Ray to make him finish on the right-hand lane. Of course, Walter Ray can take all the decisions out of it for Butch just by throwing a strike or 2 right at this point in the match.
Will it hit it? No. Comes up short. So he leaves the soft 10, makes the adjustment for the 4-9 that he tripped out the last time on this lane. Leading by 26 pins if he converts this spare. See there, Walter Ray this week, 15-9 in match play.
Watch his eyes. Look at those eyes.
Those are the eyes of a competitor in more than one sport.
Those are the eyes of a guy that is very confident in his ability and is deep in concentration and knows exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he is deep in concentration right now, right? 10th frame. For the win. Right there, he knows it. So Walter Ray gets another chance to bite into those seconds that he has.
Yes, he does. He gets to bowl for the title, and Butch Soper sitting there thinking, well, had my chances. Just one ball got away again. That 6th frame, 6-4.
And leaves the 10 pin. He doesn't care at this point in the match because he's going to be in the 240s with expert conversion to be 248. Walter Ray will move on to bowl Brian LeClaire for the championship of the Track Synergy Open. Cross lane at the 10 pin. Has it. Solid game for Walter Ray. Butch finishing it out. And can finish it out with 242, Earl, but it's going to be just a little short.
Well, again, this is by far our best match score-wise, and it's still close. All our matches have been reasonably close going into the 9th and 10th frame. So it's still another good match, Mike.
And we get the worm cam right here. And another flush strike, putting Butch Soper in the 240s, but just a strike will be 6 pins short of Walter Ray Williams Jr. Well, you'd think that Walter Ray is in the catbird seat, facing a guy in his first telecast, bowling for his first titles, got to be nervous, and he's just as relaxed as they come right now.
242.
And
Awesome match by both
finish it
bowlers.
out with Walter Ray winning 248
You're like an
to 240.